Hello guys and welcome back. This time, we will do this interior workspace design. This will be a step-by-step tutorial for beginners and intermediate, and all the models are available by the links in the description box. If you are new to the channel, this is Architecture Topics and we publish similar content with fun videos and free assets related the ArchViz field. And with that being said, let us start this video. Let us start with the default cube. I usually begin by selecting it in edit mode and hold Ctrl to level it with the grid. This way the scaling and measurement will start from the 0 level. Here in the dimensions, I will insert couple of numbers for the room area, so copy it if you like. For the camera position, we will first reset the rotation and move it to the world center, and the keys on the screen should give you the shortcuts. From here we can rotate the camera by 90 degrees and move it back along the y-axis. I usually go with 28 for the camera focal length since it's the one used with real-life cameras, and that will give you a clear look for the room. However, if you want to show more, you can move the camera further back behind the wall, and use the clip start value to cut the wall in front of it. Now to start modeling the room, I will select the cube and hit Tab to enter edit mode. Then what I need to do is add a cut on the front wall to create a 30 cm piece on the right. Enable the snap and put it on vertices mode to easily identify the area on the right side. We added the last cut to make this part on the ceiling and extrude it up. This will be the place for the curtains. To continue working on the front wall, I will select it in edit mode and hit P to separate it. Now the front wall is of two parts, similar to each other, so we will do half of it and mirror that to the other side once we are done modeling. This half contained two sides of cabinets and small library shelves, so let's see how we can model it with easy commands, and most our work here rely on adding cuts, inset faces, extruding them, and beveling the edges. Once you are familiar with those four, the process gets quite easy for you. We did add a cut and bevel it to split the edge into two. After that we can separate the middle part and work on cabinets alone. We will add to those two faces couple of cuts and inset them a bit, then we will extrude them to inside and bevel the corners. Something to remember is whenever you scale an object, and you need to process it with command or modifiers, make sure to apply transformation so that Blender can recognize the mesh better and not give you weird spacing between the edges. With the middle face, We will inset it like the other ones, and extrude it to outside. Then we can continue adding some cuts to it as before and extrude the faces to make some shelves inside. Once we are done modeling the shelves, try adding to it a bevel modifier to smooth the edges, then apply the modifier on this part. After that you can select the right half of this wall, join it together, and copy it to the other side, then flip it with the mirror command. To open a window on the right wall, I will first select this face and separate it from the mesh, then we can add couple of cut to draw the window's area, and extrude it after that to outside. Now as you saw, we did a compo of inset and extrude to shape a basic window frame. We can also drop on it a bevel modifier to keep the edges smooth, though it won't appear since we will add a curtain in front of it, and that's why I will delete the glass faces. However, if you want to show part of the window, or you don't like curtains that much, keep the glass faces. It's just that if they are hidden from the camera, it will only add render time with no benefit. For the left wall, the process is the same, but much easier. We will make it into panels, so just add couple of cuts and give them some spacing between each other. For the ceiling, we will keep it as it is. I will only add to it a small area for the light over the front wall, just to focus the artificial lighting on the important parts. Before we add the skylight to the scene, I need you to jump into the add-ons settings and make sure the sun position add-on is enabled. This one will help us set up the lighting quite easily. I will switch to Cycles Engine and fix the viewport render settings, then hold the Z key to switch into rendering mode. In the World Light tab, open the color input and select the sky texture. We will also add a sun lamp in the scene, and align the last two together using the Sun Position tab. From here on we can change those numbers to control the sun direction. Now back to the sky settings, we can here control both the sun sharpness and intensity, so fix those two values according to your scene. This value will control the blue effect in the sky, so experiment with it. Once we are done with the natural light, we need to add couple of artificial lights on the ceiling and inside the shelves. So using a pen, I will import a spotlight to the scene, and maybe model with it some simple shapes for other light sources. To add the floor material, we can first select it and separate it from the main mesh. Then using the Blender Kit library, I will search for either wood or marble, and just drop it on this plane. If you are new to the Kit add-on, it's a free library with materials and other assets, the link to it in the description box. The texture size is quite fit, however I will rotate it by 90 degrees, this way we give the room the feeling that it's longer from the camera perspective. It's the same as if you are wearing a t-shirt with vertical stripes which can make you look longer, so I will select the UV map and rotate it. For the left wall panels, I will add a wood texture here, and fix it to appear as a wallpaper. The texture I have is not seamless and I don't really care much about this wall, so we either look for a new texture, maybe using the Kit library, or we can fix the one we have and make it appear more bright white with a hint of wood in it. I added the saturation node to draw the color from it, then we can add a gamma node and control the whiteness in it. For the light shapes we made, we can add to them the same material we have in the spot model. To import the models to this scene, I organized this file for you, with each set in a different collection, so that we can use the append process, and import them one by one. Now that we finished adding the models, we can switch to render mode to see how it looks. In the render settings, we can set up our output numbers, which we explain in a recent tutorial, so watch that for more information on setting the render output. And that's it. Hope this been fun to you guys. Stay sharp, goodbye.